Hello, hi Michael. I've got problems with my camera. Don't know what's happened, but how are you today?
Hello.
Hi Michael.
Yeah.
I'm so. Listen, could you please help me? Because I've got some problems with my camera. I don't know why, but it doesn't work right now.
Just turn it off in the top of the page. You can see the camera. Push on this button and after that push it once more. Камера вверху экрана видно, да?
Не работает. Очень странно. Не работает. Ну, я попробую сегодня. Может, без камеры.
Надо выключить ее, мы это увидим, а потом ее включить, и мы это тоже увидим. Разницу.
Так она вроде выключенная сейчас.
Вот надо нажать конкретно на кнопку выключить.
Так она нажата. Красная кнопка нажата.
Это был микрофон, рядом около микрофона.
Да. Написано, встроенная камера не работает, но у меня все подключено, очень странно.
Теперь надо включить еще раз.
Никак. Ладно, давайте мы попробуем пока что начать. Я не знаю, что это. Просто буду пока что вас включать. Okay, so today we're going to talk about past tenses. Tell me please, what do you know about telling stories? When we talk about past stories, we should use three tenses: past simple, past continuous, and also past perfect tense. Do you know any difference between these tenses?
Any difference? The past. Евгений, can you help me? Maybe. Kyle, or you?
Yes. Just wait a second. Now, here's a document we're going to work with tonight. What differences do you know between past tenses, past simple, past continuous, and past perfect? Do you know any?
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, I'm here.
Evgeny, how are you today?
I'm fine, how are you?
Also, today we're going to talk about past tenses. I've got problems with my camera, so I don't know why it didn't happen previous times. Maybe today we're going to work like this.
So, shall we start?
Kyle, your microphone is off. No. Evgeny, how are you?
I'm fine. Thank you.
We have some problem with the microphone. Okay, I send you file, okay?
Yeah. Is it okay now? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, Evgeny, good evening to you.
Good evening.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
And tell me please, where are you from?
I'm from Zaporozhye.
Zaporozhye. Oh, how old are you, by the way?
32.
32. Okay, nice to meet you. So today we're going to talk about past tenses, because when we talk about past situations, I mean maybe stories, you tell a story to someone, you should use 3 tenses: past simple, past continuous, and past perfect. Now open please a document and look at the page 157. Look at the table, past simple. So you can see here that in past simple tense we always use an auxiliary verb did in negations and in questions. Also we can add ending ed or change form of the verb. For example, I worked, I didn't work. In the negations and questions we don't use endings and we don't change the form of the verb. So, are you familiar with past simple tense, Evgeny?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, and at the page 158 we can see how to use irregular verb. Here we see that the verb changes its form. The second form of the verb only in sentences, in positive sentences. In negations and in questions we don't use second form of the verb, only first. Let's try to do some exercises. Look at the exercise 194 and let's paraphrase. So, перепишите следующий текст в прошедшем времени, but we will in the past tense. Here are sentences in present simple. Do you see this exercise?
Yeah.
What is the number of this exercise?
198.
8. I see.
Okay, so Evgeny, begin.
Tom always eat breakfast.
No. It's something's wrong. 194. 94. 194. Can you see it?
Вы в последний раз сказали 198.
No. I told you 194.
Все записывается. Okay, let's start.
Okay. So Evgeny, begin.
On Monday we had 5 lessons.
Continue.
The first lesson was Russian.
Yes. Go on.
At this lesson we wrote a dictation and did some exercises.
Yes, but one mistake. At that lesson, because this it concerns only present. That lesson. Okay, go on.
Okay. Nick went to the
Yes.
He answered well and
yes.
Got a 5.
Okay, Michael, continue.
Okay, 1 second. It's
Pete.
1 second. Pete. Okay. Pete did not got. No, I'm sorry. Did not get a 5. Because he did not know his lesson. Yes, I'm right?
Yes, you're right. He didn't know his lesson, yes.
After the second lesson, I went to the
canteen.
Canteen, what is it? Canteen?
Столовая.
Okay. how to say, it's like a school restaurant, no?
Yes. Yes. So go on, Michael. Go on. Till the end of the text.
I ate a sandwich and drink a cup of tea. I didn't drink milk. I didn't drink milk. After school, I didn't go home at once.
Mhm.
Didn't go home.
That's right. That's right.
It's like once. What is it? It's like what? Сразу же, или как?
I didn't hear you. Can you repeat? It's like what?
Ну, сразу же, или как это once?
At once? Yes, it's сразу же. Сразу.
Okay, and I went to the library and changed the book. When then I went home.
Okay. Евгений. Евген.
Evgen is
Busy.
only Polish language now.
So Evgeny, next Evgeny. Are you here?
Yeah, 195.
Yes. Next exercise, please.
On Tuesday, I got up at 6:30. I went to the bathroom and washed my hands and face and cleaned
Mm-hmm.
my teeth. Then I dressed, went to the kitchen and cooked breakfast for my family. At 7:30, my son
At 7:30 my son got. Да. Просто got.
My son got.
Не got, а got up. А там следующая страничка. Next page. 100.
Up and had breakfast.
Okay, continue, go on.
I had breakfast with my son. My son ate a sandwich and drank a cup of tea. I didn't drink tea. I drank coffee.
I drank coffee. Okay, Michael, continue.
I'm sorry. I don't follow. On Tuesday, yes? Or,
After page 160.
I see. After breakfast, my son
Left.
left home for school. I didn't leave home with my son. On Tuesday, I didn't work in the morning. I worked afternoon. And, in the evening, I'm. It's interesting.
In the evening, I was at home.
I was at home. My husband and my son was at home too.
No, not was, were at home.
Were okay. Were at home. We rested
Rested.
in the evening. My son watched TV. My husband my son watched TV. My husband read newspaper, and I do some. I
Did.
did some work for the house.
Mhm.
At about 11 o'clock, we went to bed.
Okay, so past simple tense, it's a tense that considers only the past actions It doesn't have anything in common with present time. Nothing in common. It happened in the past, and it doesn't have any result and any connection with the present. It's only in the past. Okay, now look, find please the page number 167. Past continuous tense. Have you found Evgeny and Michael?
No.
Yes.
It's below. Michael, it's below.
Okay, 167 page, and what is the exercise?
Not exercise, but look at the table about past continuous tense.
Yeah.
How we form
I see.
past continuous tense. So, past continuous tense is a tense when you have some definite moment in the past, and at that moment you or someone was in the process of doing something. So you should have a definite moment in the past. How we form this tense? You can see that an auxiliary verb, the вспомогательный глагол, auxiliary verb, is was or were. Evgeny, tell me please, when do we use was and when do we use were?
Was we use when single,
Okay.
and were when multiple.
Plural. Okay. So, also you should know that here we have the same verb form in positive sentences, negative sentences, and questions. Working, it's always ing at the end of the sentence. At the end of the verb, I'm sorry. And always the auxiliary verb to be. So it is were and was. The next thing that you should know, look please, take a look at the page 171. 171.
171.
Can you see it? And here, обратите внимание на следующее предложение. When mother came home, I was reading. Here is
I'm sorry, page 171 is empty.
Can you repeat please?
Page 171 is empty.
How can it be?
Okay, maybe 170. What is on this page? Exercises, no?
Michael, can you see it? Can you see it in your document?
I see the number of the page, and on the left side it's 170.
Only this, but can't you see number 171 and the text below?
No.
Actually, I don't know.
Тут написано употребление времен 171, и все, и пустая страница.
I don't know how can it be. Oh my god. It should be okay.
Okay, let's
Okay,
let you explain it.
let's try to explain. Okay, can you see exercise number 205? It's on the page. It's on the page 168. Evgeny, can you see? Michael, can you see?
Yes.
So let's try to do it. Let's try to do it. Michael, begin. You should put the verbs in the right form. Here is present continuous and past continuous.
Okay.
So please put.
I'm writing an English exercise now. It's present continuous, and second, it's I was writing an English exercise at this time yesterday.
Okay.
My little sister is sleeping now. My little sister was sleeping at this time yesterday.
Okay, Evgeny, go on.
My friends don't do their homework now.
Are not doing
Their homework now. They playing volleyball.
They are playing volleyball. Okay.
They are playing volleyball. My friends are doing their. My friends were doing their homework at 7 o'clock yesterday.
Okay.
They are playing volleyball.
They were playing, because here you see at 7 o'clock yesterday. It was yesterday. Do you understand?
То есть из предыдущего предложения приносится в это, да?
It's an example. You see, it's an exercise. You shouldn't take into consideration only numbers, but you should see yesterday. Yesterday, it's the key word that's connected only with past tense. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay, Michael, go on with the 7th.
Okay. She was reading the whole evening yesterday. I'm right. She was.
Yes. She was reading.
Okay. She isn't reading now.
Okay, go on.
Now she going. Sorry, she is going.
Okay, and the next.
Next. What are you doing now? I am drinking tea.
Okay. Evgeny. Go on.
Are you drinking tea at this time yesterday?
Were you drinking tea at this time yesterday? Because here is yesterday. Can't you see it?
Yeah.
So it will be were. I'm sorry. Were you? Okay, go on.
Drinking tea at this time yesterday.
Yes. Next.
No, I was not drinking tea at this time yesterday. I was eating a banana.
Okay. Next. Go on.
My sister is fond of reading. She was reading the whole evening yesterday, and now she is reading again.
Okay. Valery, good evening.
Good evening.
How are you today? How was your day?
I feel fine. It was a hard day. The last weekday this week. So I feel a bit tired.
Okay.
But still I have decided to join your class.
Okay, right choice.
Yeah. How are you doing, Paul?
So. It happens, everything so. But if we are alive, we should be happy just because of this.
Okay.
So Valery, today we are not only going, we are in the process of discussing 3 tenses: past simple, past continuous, and past perfect. What do you know about these tenses?
Well, as for past simple, when we use past simple, we refer to past tense. We talk about what we did in the past tense, and these are just facts for us. While when we use past continuous, we emphasize duration, longevity, and actually we don't know when that action was completed, right? We know that at certain time in the past, some action was going on. For example, yesterday at this time I was working hard. Yes. As for past perfect, it can be called as pre-past, something which took place before another moment in the past or before another action in the past. Like I had already met my friend before my wife called. Yeah.
Okay,
so that's it, I guess. Briefly speaking.
I can see that you understand it rather well. But today, it was a lesson. It is a lesson. I'm sorry for those who don't understand. But if you know, it will be very good because you can explain even to some of our students. Valery, open please the link that is sent here.
Okay. Yeah.
And there are exercises. There are exercises here. Now, I'm sorry today. I cannot show my face because I've got problems with my camera. So I'm sorry for this.
Never mind.
You can choose just the number of the exercise. It's very simple to find.
Okay. Which page?
Which page?
Now, we were doing exercise number 205. So, but next exercise is 206. It's differences between past simple and past continuous tense. Valery,
yeah,
do you see this exercise?
Yeah, I have found this exercise.
Okay, so can you begin?
Yes, the first. I went to the cinema yesterday. I went. Yeah, the second. I was going to the cinema at 4 o'clock yesterday.
And now, can you now explain the difference between two sentences that you have just read?
Well, in the first sentence, we see the time word, which is yesterday. While in the second sentence, we can see not only yesterday, but at 4 o'clock. That shows an exact time in the past. And facing this exact time in the past, we should use the past continuous.
Okay.
Because something was going on, happening at this particular time yesterday. I was going to the cinema.
Okay, so go on with the next two.
I was going to the cinema when you met me.
And next?
Next, I was doing my homework the whole evening yesterday.
Can you explain the use of past continuous in this third sentence?
Well, in the third sentence, well, it's a common case. It's a frequent case when we have one action described by past simple, and that's short by its character, and a long action, which is described by the past continuous. So I was going to the cinema. It's a long action. It's a long process, and it was kind of interrupted by a short action, which is met.
Okay, rather well. Thank you very much. So I was going to the cinema was a moment, just a moment in the past. Okay, Michael, go on with number 5.
I'm sorry, maybe Evgeny start with
Okay, Evgeny, go on. Number 5.
I was doing my homework when mother came home.
Can you explain I was doing? Why did you say I was doing here?
Because it set time when exactly time when I doing.
Okay, so it was a definite moment, and like Valery told us, so doing homework is a long process, while coming home is a short action. It just happens and that's all. So it was interrupted. Okay, go on.
Yeah.
Go on, Evgeny.
I did my homework yesterday.
Okay, why did you use did, not was doing?
Because not time asked where I do yesterday this homework.
Okay, so there were no details when exactly, just yesterday. Okay, go on. Number 7. From 5 till 8. It's a definite moment.
I was doing my homework from 5 to 8 yesterday.
Okay, right. And one more?
I was doing my homework at 6 o'clock yesterday.
And now, why do you use here past continuous?
Because we have time when I do this homework.
When I was doing. Okay, thank you. Michael, are you here or you are busy?
Yes.
Can you go on with number 9?
Exercise
206.
okay.
Number 9.
Okay. I didn't play the piano yesterday. I'm writing letter to my friend. It's hard to
I was writing a letter to my friend. I would say.
I was writing a letter to my friend.
Yes. And next, go on.
Okay. I was playing the piano at 4 o'clock yesterday. I'm sorry. I didn't play yesterday.
Yes.
Or
I did.
playing.
Okay. At 4 o'clock yesterday. I wasn't playing. I'm sorry. I just don't see the sentences, so I get you wrong sometimes. I wasn't reading. Yes. Here I wasn't, because at 4 o'clock yesterday, of course, it's definite moment. And
I'm reading. I was reading a book.
okay, yes, that's right. And 2 more sentences for Valery.
Paul, may I ask you,
Yes.
why in the 9th? So I didn't play the piano yesterday. I agree with it, but why I was writing a letter to my friend? Not I wrote a letter to my friend.
Sometimes, actually, you can say I wrote a letter to my friend, but as for me, I would say I was writing, because here we see like one action wasn't done because of another, so maybe it was a reason. I feel like saying this. I can't explain this exact sentence, but I think that here we can say 2 variants. We can use 2 variants.
Mm-hmm. Because I see no difference between the first sentence in the 9th and the second one. Yeah, but yeah, I agree that both variants are possible. If we say I was writing a letter to my friend, we make a focus on duration, right? And
Yes.
it's not clear whether I wrote a letter to the end. But if we say I wrote a letter to my friend, we make a focus on completeness. So it means that we did write a letter. So the letter was written by me. I think that's the difference.
Quite right. I'm really surprised and admired with your knowledge. Thank you for such a
Thank you.
thought. So, can you go on?
Okay, yes. So number 11. Number 11.
Yes. 11.
He wasn't sleeping when father came home. He was doing his homework. And when I was going to school the day before yesterday, I met Mike and Pete. They were talking and laughing. They told me a funny story. Soon I was laughing too. I was still laughing when we came to school. After school I told this story at home. My father and mother liked it very much.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much. Evgeny, go on.
When we were in the country, I was going to the wood.
No. I went to the wood.
I went to the wood one day.
Okay, go on.
In the wood, I found a little fox cub. I
Brought.
brought it home. I decided to tame the cub.
Mm-hmm.
Every day I
Fed.
fed it and took care of it.
And took care of it, okay?
I tamed it to all summer. Now the fox cub is quite tame. It lives in my house.
Okay. Okay, the next point. You don't see it, but can you see exercise number 208?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Okay, so here there's a difference. We told about this difference. We have just told about this difference when we were doing the previous exercises. So when mother came home, I was reading came. Однократное действие. So, and that's why I was reading. Next. When mother was reading, I came home. Was reading. Действие в процессе. Came. Одноразовое действие. So you should define, you should understand where is short action and long action. Like this, action in the process. Now try to put it into practice here. Exercise number 208. Michael, are you going to begin?
When I came home, my little sister is sleeping. Next, yes.
Was sleeping.
Yes, my little sister was sleeping.
Was sleeping. Sister was sleeping. Yeah, it's like a process. When Nick came home, his brother was playing with his phone.
Okay, Evgeny.
When mother came home, I was doing my homework.
Go on.
When father came home, it was sleeping.
Valery?
Just a second.
Number 5.
Yeah. I'm downloading it again. Number 5.
Exercise number 208.
Yeah, 208. When mother came home, the children were playing on the carpet.
Okay. Go on.
Just a minute. Oh gosh. It's not really convenient to work on an iPad sometimes. Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
so today, I think not only you today have problems. It's okay.
Yeah, number
6. Number 6.
Number 6. When I got up, my mother and father were drinking tea.
Go on with one more.
When I came to my friend's place, he was watching TV.
Okay, Evgeny.
When I saw my friends, they were playing football. When I opened the door, the cat was sitting on the table. When Kate opened the door, the children were dancing around the
Third tree.
tree.
Michael, 2 more sentences.
Okay, when Kate
When Tom, number 11. 11.
11. When Tom crossed the street.
No. Cross here. It's a longer process than fall. Crossing is a longer process than falling here. So
When Tom crossed
then
when Tom was crossing the street, he
fell. He fell. Do you understand why? I mean, do you understand the use of the tenses here?
Because it was in the process of like
Yeah, because
Okay.
he fell within some seconds, right? It took him 1 or 2 seconds to fall, but when he was crossing the street, it took maybe half a minute, so it was much longer than the action of falling.
Thank you, Valery. Thank you very much. Michael, go on. Number 12.
When I was going to school, I met my friend.
Mm-hmm. One more.
When we went, when we was, where? I'm sorry. When we went.
Yes. No. When we were going to the cinema.
Okay.
Here, going to the cinema is a process.
When we was to the cinema.
When we were going to the cinema.
Okay. When we were going to the cinema, we met grandmother.
Okay. Next, I'd like to tell you about past perfect tense. If you can open the page number 193, can you?
193.
Yes.
I see.
I found.
Can you see a table with how to form past perfect tense?
Yeah.
Okay, so here, past perfect tense is a tense that we use in such cases. There was a moment in the past, and before that moment, something happened. So it's a past sentence, like this. Прошедшее, прошедшее, like this. Before the moment in the past, something happened. For example, at 4 o'clock, he was having dinner because he had bought everything necessary for it. Like this. He had bought before 4 o'clock, but that's why at 4 o'clock he had a result. He could be able to have dinner. He was able to have dinner. Do you get me?
Maybe you can say it in Russian.
Okay, so in Russian. Есть момент в прошлом. До этого момента что-то случилось. И то, что случилось до этого момента, оно имеет как бы связь с вот этим вот моментом. Например, в 4 часа он обедал. Но до этого он пошел, сходил в магазин и купил все, что ему необходимо. Он обедал, как бы он имел возможность такую, потому что он раньше сходил в магазин. То есть и здесь есть связь, результат. Вот это вот еще самое прошедшее действие, оно связано с тем, с первым. То есть до 4 часов он сходил в магазин, а в 4 часа он уже обедал. И вот здесь вот, так как здесь получается два разных прошедших времени, одно раньше другого, поэтому то, которое было раньше, мы будем говорить о нем в past perfect tense.
То, которое было раньше. Да,
да то, которое было раньше, мы будем говорить о нем в past perfect tense. Хорошо.
И past perfect it's a had and plus a third form of verb.
Yes, here we use the third form of the verb. And the auxiliary verb is had, always. And we don't change the form of the verb, it's always the third. And it's always had as the auxiliary verb. Okay, so now, exercise number 233. Do you see it?
Yes.
Michael, let's begin. Past simple and past perfect.
Tom, I'm sorry, Tom returned from the cinema.
By the way, there are such key words in perfect tense, in past perfect. It's, for example, by and before, mostly by and before. If you see these words in a sentence, it can show you that it might be past perfect tense.
Okay, Tom returned from the cinema at 5 o'clock.
Okay, go on.
And next, Tom, а само by как переводится?
Что?
До 5 часов, если by, да?
By 5 o'clock вы имеете в виду?
Да, да.
By 5 o'clock, к 5 часам в данном случае. К 5 часам. Yes.
Tom returned.
Tom had returned.
From the cinema by 5 o'clock.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. One more. Two more.
Okay. I finished my homework at 10 o'clock. And next it's I had finished yes, my homework by 7 o'clock.
Okay. Евгений, go on.
He thinked.
No. Thought.
He thought that he lose.
And now try to think what was before. what was before? He thought or he lost the money? What was before?
He thinks that he lost.
At first he lost, and then he thought that he had lost the money. Do you understand?
Yeah. He thought that he lost the money.
He had lost the money. Because he had lost the money before he thought about it. Do you get me?
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
Anne told me that she had
Seen. Had seen?
Had seen an interesting film.
Okay, go on.
When I came home, mother already had cooked dinner.
Only mother had already cooked dinner. Had already cooked.
Okay.
Go on with one more.
When father returned from work, we already had did our homework.
We had already done our homework.
Yeah, done.
Because it was before. Evgeny, do you understand how you should use past perfect tense?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay, now let's try to do another exercise. It's number, I will tell you now, it's number 236. Can you see it?
36.
236. Yes.
Yes, I see it.
So here, in this exercise, we should combine all three tenses. Past simple, past continuous, and past perfect. Я перейду на русский чисто для того, чтобы сделать такую, скажем, удобное объяснение. Вот просто past simple. Past simple это время, которое касается только прошедшего времени, но не имеет связи с настоящим. И past simple будут, то есть там ключевое слово вообще, просто. И плюс past simple это одноразовые действия. Зашел, вышел, пришел, увидел, встретил, упал. Past continuous. Есть четкий момент в прошлом, четкий момент. С 5 до 6, from 5 till 6, yesterday. Либо, когда мама пришла домой, это тоже момент. When mother came home, I was reading, например. Вот. То есть есть четкий момент, и вы находитесь в процессе делания чего-то. Вы находились, или кто-то находился в процессе делания чего-то. Это будет past continuous. Дальше past perfect. Есть. Было действие в прошлом, а до него было еще одно, связанное с ним. Тогда мы вот про самое прошедшее будем говорить past perfect, а про то другое прошедшее, которое после него было, past simple. And now, let's try to use all three tenses here in this exercise. Michael, let's begin. It's a story. It's a story.
Last night we go to football match.
Last night we went to a football match.
I'm sorry. Last night we went to a football match. We are taking a bus.
No. You can't say we are because it's present tense. And also, we did it. It's a short action. We just took a bus.
Took a bus. The bus was overcrowded.
Yes.
And as many people wanted to see match.
The match. Yes.
Uh,
Evgeny, go on.
We went off the bus.
No. We got off the bus.
Yeah. We got off the bus and went.
Went. Go on.
it's a lot what we see.
And you cannot see anything else?
Yeah. Maybe what is the last part? Can you read it?
No.
What do you?
So, and went in the direction of the stadium.
1 second.
I can't understand. What's happened with the document? Really, I don't understand. Why is it so? It's page number 100 and...
Pile. We have so much exercises. We can choose any else exercise and
Okay.
try to make it.
Okay. So can you see? Can you see exercise number 237 or 238?
37.
37.
I see the beginning of 237.
Evgeny, you can see on the center, yes, of the page, and on the right side it's continue, but to the ninth.
Okay, I understand.
Okay, let's begin. Here also we should use three tenses.
Me, yes?
Yes, Evgeny, you were the last.
There were two men in the room. One of them wrote.
Now, can you see the word while? While is в то время как. So here is a moment. One of them was writing something. While the other, yes.
Yeah, one of them was writing something, while the other was reading a newspaper.
Okay.
He didn't tell me that he had received a telegram from her.
Yes, quite right. Do you understand why? Why you should use past perfect here?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay, go on.
I asked him if he knew where she lived.
Okay. Do you understand why we use here if he knew?
No.
No. Okay, because you cannot say, it seems like a continuous tense, but you can't say if he was knowing, because you can't stay in the process of knowing. There are some verbs that don't have continuous form, and the verb know is one of them. Do you understand?
Yeah.
I would use continuous here, but this word doesn't have a continuous form. Okay, so go on.
I saw. I didn't know your address. He asked me if I can give him your address.
If I could give him your address.
If I
Because- Yes.
your address.
Can is the present form, could is the past form. Michael, number 5.
Number 5. Second. She saw that he had.
No, not she saw. She said.
She said. Why? They how to make it.
Number 5, Michael, it's number 5. Can you see? I
Yes,
don't understand
she
what
said
you're reading.
Give her the wrong address. Yes.
No, wrong. She said that he had given. Why? Can you understand why?
She said it.
She said that he had given her the wrong address. Why he had given?
Because it's before that she said.
Okay, at first she gave her the address and then she said.
Я чуть что-то забыл. Say. Какие еще было? Как их?
Say это сказать. Okay, go on. Number 6.
Не, я вот не понял, почему said. Да, то есть
Почему said? Ну потому что слово say это не. I'm sorry. The verb say is irregular. It's irregular, and said is the past form of the verb say.
Can you
She
write it in the chat?
Yes, of course. Wait a second. Said.
And the third form, it's a second form.
It's the same. It's the same.
Okay, said. Okay, next 6th sentence. I asked him where he was.
I asked him where he was.
Where with was. No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Where he had put. How to make it put? It's the third form. Second.
It's put. It's the same in the past. In the second and in the third form, it's the same.
Okay, where he had put my letter. Yes.
Yes.
Maybe again.
Evgeny, go on.
He told us that they spent all the money.
No. He told us that they had done something. That they had spent all the money. Why? Why should you use a had past perfect here? Can you explain?
Because he already
He had already done it.
done it, yes.
And also, at first they spent money and then they told someone that they had spent them. Okay, the next.
I sit in an armchair and had
No, you're not right, because look at the whole sentence. Here, sitting is a process, and he was sitting in an armchair and thinking. He was in the process of thinking, of sitting and thinking.
I was sitting in an armchair and thinking of my coming trip across the North Sea when the door suddenly opened, and an old friend of mine whom I I didn't see for a very long time entered the room.
But you made one mistake. And an old friend of mine whom I had not seen. Why had not? Because for a long time, I hadn't seen him for a long time. It's past perfect. It's a form of a sentence. Do you understand? Okay, try to explain yourself. Why here we should use past perfect, whom I had not seen. Я его не видел уже давно. Can you explain? Do you understand?
I can't explain.
Do you understand why here we should use past perfect?
No.
Okay, imagine that now you see a person that you had not seen for a long time. Вы его не видели уже давно. Вот вы сейчас смотрите на человека, которого вы не видели уже давно. То есть то, что вы его не видели, это было раньше, чем вы его в тот момент видели. Do you understand me?
Yeah, I understand.
So, go on. One more sentence.
She came. This sentence broke.
Okay, so now let's finish this exercise, and I'm going to ask you some questions. I mean, do you have any questions about all these tenses?
No.
Can you explain the difference between past simple, past continuous, and past perfect? What have you learned today?
Past simple, it's when something happened in a short time.
Okay. But also past simple is something that happened in past time and doesn't have any connection with the present. It doesn't have any connection. Past simple. Okay, go on. What about past continuous?
Past continuous. Это this if I something do by the long time.
Not actually. You see, я вам по-русски объясню, чтобы вам было понятно. Вот есть, во-первых, здесь идет обязательно четкий момент в прошлом, четкий момент, не просто вчера, а четкий момент в прошлом. И также, когда идет два параллельных действия, например, когда я читал, мама пришла, или когда я пришел, мама читала. Вот здесь получается два действия, одно из них продолжительное, а другое одноразовое. Оно быстрое. Вот в таких ситуациях вот это более продолжительное действие, оно будет continuous. А одноразовое действие это будет past simple. Do you get me?
Yeah.
Okay, and what about past perfect?
Past perfect. Это this is if I something done in the past.
Past perfect is how it's made.
Past perfect. Michael, can you explain what is past perfect?
I just to try to Evgeny's understand. It's a had plus what?
Evgeny, can you repeat, please?
Past perfect is if I do some action and finish it in the past.
And how it's make how it's making.
Evgeny, Evgeny, yes, it's a finished action in the past. You're right, but it's an action when we have two past times, two moments in the past. For example, 4 o'clock or 3 o'clock or in the afternoon, and before this time you had done something else, and it is connected. It's connected with the past time that we are talking about. If we are talking about a moment in the past, and before this moment you had done something, so you should talk about this action that was before in past perfect, like this. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay, Michael, do you have any questions?
No, I don't have a question.
Okay, so I'm going to say goodbye and see you next time.
We'll see you
Thank you.
tomorrow, maybe.
Okay, yes. Thank you for your attendance. Thank you for your coming here, and have a good evening.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Goodbye, goodbye, Evgeny. Goodbye, Michael. Goodbye, another Evgeny who didn't take part today in our lesson. But anyway, so goodbye. See you.